you can hurt them in the middle of the football field. Florida A&M did it consistently. They don't have the tight ends we have. If we are able to, with our short game, I'm talking about getting the football to those big tight ends, let them run after catch, and we establish that, get Dennis Palmer on the edge of the defense. We can run against this ball. Definitely, they're giving up more yardage in the air, and they give up big plays. But we need to be patient. We need to stay away from taking the negative losses. Cam needs to understand you don't have to hit the chain. He's at his best when he does that. But if we defensively, they got a jitterbug quarterback. They run around. We're going to have to be sound in our gap. Our linebackers are going to have to, our defensive ends are going to have to rush with containment. They don't have to quarterback and give him running lanes. They need to be able to break. But they're going to dink and dunk to get the football down the field, running it, passing it. All of their routes are possession routes. They're looking to move the chain. So they're a very patient team. They're very beatable. And do we have with what will work for us once we find it? Do those things. I think we'll win the kicking game. I think we'll be solid in that area. But the key for us, as far as I'm concerned, is establishing the short passing game over the middle against this ball club that gives up 250 yards a game.
Understood. So
I see my guy Landis McCoy out there. One of my
yeah.
No doubt. Willie Jackson asked how many times did we get in the red zone. I listen. It was so funny.
Willie Jackson saw that game.
We were
yeah, I don't know. Because it wasn't nationally. I mean, it wasn't.
I think he did say he saw it, though.
It was $33. That's all you had to pay.
But
Willie exploded.
He saw that.
Pockets right now.
He saw that. But the interesting part was the commentators were saying that Bethune-Cookman had been in Southern's territory 5 times in the first quarter, and Southern had only been in Bethune-Cookman. So literally, we were in scoring range, not just in their territory. We were numerous times, and we got nothing out of it. Nothing out of it. And that was consistently a theme throughout the game. Capitalize, man. It doesn't always have to be a touchdown. Like I said, kick the field goal, take points. Game. Southern was not scoring.
No.
They weren't threatening us.
Nope. That's why you got to play a possession game and stop.
They get a little hot, but in their own territory, and then, boom, defense shuts them out. We recover a fumble or what have you. And, the momentum is yours. The stadium was not packed. There was nothing like that.
It was a perfect game to see.
It was. It was.
Perfect.
They had no energy in that stadium.
None at all. None. I was, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. Just you think of, the number 4 team in the East going into the number 1 team in the West, and I'm thinking, they're riding high, boom. But our guys come in there and just we play football. Our guys are locked into the game. They're jacked up, they're pumped up, and it just goes.
Every Southern person in that stadium knew that they didn't deserve to win that football game. They knew that. They knew they were outplayed. They knew that. We gave it to them. And they know if they're honest.
Oh, yeah.
Their offense didn't play well enough for them to win, and they know that.
Definitely.
We gave away numerous scoring opportunities.
Definitely so.
But to the victor goes the spoil. So I take my hat off to them. They won the game. But let me tell you something. This is not being sour grape. That ball club right there, unless they're gonna play much better, that ball club right there doesn't want to see Jackson State again in those SWAC championship. That's not gonna be pretty.
No.
Not in Jackson. No, that's not gonna be pretty at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, it's man, they got to do a whole lot better. And I mean, they won the game, but I was not.
But it's like Larry said at the beginning, though. I mean, the SWAC as a whole is weak.
Yes.
From top to bottom.
Yes.
So even though they're the number one team in the West, doesn't mean that they're that good. That just means.
No, it just shows you how bad the West really is.
Yeah.
That was the point.
And that's what I posted on the WhatsApp link. Because anybody who saw that game, you clearly saw the domination that Bethune-Cookman.
Exactly.
We just couldn't get out of our own way.
And what their announcer kept saying, and I kept laughing. He says Southern tends to always play to the level of competition. I'm thinking, nah. Southern's been pushed around here, my friend.
Literally.
Yeah, they get pushed around.
Yeah, they truly were.
But again, we don't know how to win yet. So when you play teams that don't know how to win yet, they'll find ways to give it away. And we did exactly that on Saturday. We did that. We served that up on a platter. Serves it up on a platter. So hopefully we will learn from that and grow a little bit and get better.
That's it.
Yeah. So,
but I don't know. I mean, Saturday, though, it did remind me of the old Bethune-Cookman.
It did.
We was in hostile territory, and I thought we played well. We didn't play well. We played good. And with the potential of playing well, we played good.
It took me back to last year in a lot of games to where, okay, your defense is definitely showing up. The players are locked into, 60 minutes of the game, but we just can't, to be standing right there and to get stopped on the inch line is just, it just demoralizes you to no end.
Well, you can feel it if you just get one break to get a score. If you get out of your own way, if the coaching staff can just figure out to get a score, you can get that sideline as electric as it was against Grambling.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's and the game's over at that point. All you got to do, let your defense go out and play now because,
That's where we are. And like I said, we haven't learned to unlock that part of the game yet. That's why until you learn that, you learn how to win a few of those games, you're always going to be as a bridesmaid. You're going to start thinking about how are we going to lose this game this week?
Right.
How we go? It's right there in our grasp to win, but we're not getting it done with those headsets. That's why I said I don't put that on the kids.
No, not at all.
That was clearly a coaching staff blunder for us to lose that ball game.
One of many.
Oh, it's a recurring thing, no doubt about it.
It's almost predictable.
But after a while, you come to expect bad things to happen. It literally you start figuring out how are we going to give rap this one, even though you're sitting right there, with a chance to walk away with the W. I've always said to me, I've heard it said by great coaches. The job of a coach, really and truly, Darold, is if you can get your ball club in the ball game and get them to within that last 4 minutes of winning the game.
Yeah,
it's the coach's job to bring them home.
Oh yeah. You gotta close it out.
You gotta close it out. That's the coach's job. You gotta put them in a situation of winning. But we're not getting that. We're not getting that because we have not learned how to be that team yet.
But it goes back to what Jerry wrote a couple of weeks ago about our last 4 or 5 games are going to be against first-year coaches.
That's why I'm working on you two guys. You're grading. You're grading. You need help. You really need help. Huh? I know y'all. Next week you all don't get food. Okay.
We come.
You do not eat. You do not eat here next week.
We come from corporate America, so we haven't got.
Well, guess what? At the end of the semester, we're gonna have Jerry's gonna come back with those final grades.
He's gonna take us in the economics class.
Yes, he is. And then he's gonna pray over you all, okay? Because y'all need help. You got to keep it 100.
Statistics 101.
There it is. I'm sitting over there looking. I'm like, what, they're looking at the same game I'm looking at.
He paid $33 to watch it, and I was there in person.
I mean, but I'm talking about the grade. What are y'all
oh, I know what you do.
Like, what are y'all grading? And Daryl says it so nicely. Headsets? Are you really asking me? Headsets? Are you really asking me that?
You know, I think this last 2 weeks, we should just let him grade headsets.
You saw what I did, right?
And let us get into the serious stuff. You know,
it didn't take me long to put the grades up on opposite side. Y'all play around with that.
Hey, he said he had his in before.
Yeah,
a week before it was time.
So you got him going. He's trying to be a lawyer. He's not for you or against you. He's on the fence. So that's what we'll do the last 2 weeks.
I'm delirious.
I'm gonna see if I can call the president and get y'all to the cabinet.
Bro,
okay?
when you drive 20-some hours, it just gets you delirious, bro.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute.
Dude, are you really trying to talk to me, man?
These guys got college degrees up here, okay? And this is what they see. You got to be kidding me.
That's so wrong for us, huh, Ralph?
Man.
The professor.
I'm gonna talk to the waitress next week for you all. They're not eating this week.
Maybe she put some in the drinks, man.
I don't know.
We got our boy David back there. Maybe he slid something in there before the waitress got here.
We haven't seen David in so long.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh man. We'll hear a word from our sponsor, Alpha One Staffing, the #1 staffing firm in the country. We'll be back on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show.
As we begin to reconsider how and where we want to work, Alpha One Staffing is here to help companies bridge the talent gap.
I really struggled to find a second career on my own after my retirement.
It's been hard for us to find the right candidates who will push our team and business to the next level.
Then I heard about Alpha One Staffing.
Then I heard about Alpha One Staffing.
Then I heard about Alpha One Staffing.
Alpha One Staffing partnered with our HR team to help us understand exactly how to navigate this new digital world, even recommending strategies for recruitment and employee development.
I needed a job that would support my needs and lifestyle while also challenging me. Alpha One Staffing was completely transparent and knowledgeable about the process and provided me with the tools to feel more confident and prepared. I couldn't wait to start my new career.
We partner with our clients and assess their needs. We are the matchmakers, and our goal is to provide each client with the candidates that make a difference within their organization.
Alpha One Staffing understood that we needed a candidate with digital marketing experience in our industry, someone with an innovative mindset who could help expand our social media presence. Now, we couldn't be happier with our presence online and the impact that we are making globally.
Alpha One Staffing presented us with incredible, highly qualified, and dedicated candidates. We will definitely be using Alpha One Staffing for our next hire.
I was hired permanently after 6 months. This wouldn't have happened without Alpha One Staffing helping me get my foot in the door. If you're looking for work, I highly recommend Alpha One Staffing.
If you're a job seeker or an employer, go to alphaonestaffing.com and send us your resume or tell us about your hiring needs today.
When a disaster strikes, will you step in to help your community?
Alpha One Staffing is currently seeking disaster debris monitors to assist in supporting our neighbors, businesses, and government institutions by supervising the debris cleanup efforts. Alpha One Staffing, a leader in Florida staffing solutions, partners with state and local governments to provide trained debris removal monitors to supervise complex disaster debris operations, focusing on compliance and safety. These monitors will not be handling the physical labor, but the oversight of debris removal. To learn more about this position and to apply, please visit alphaonestaffing.com.
We're back here on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show, and it is now time for Say It With Your Chest, our call-in segment. We're expecting one call here shortly, and then we'll get everyone on once that call comes in. But the number to call is 386-287-1226, 386-287-1226. That is the number to call in to the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show, and you can talk to Larry. He'll talk.
Just be careful what you talk about.
Yeah, be careful.
Don't get him all riled up.
Oh no, please don't. Please don't. Guys, we are going to have a watch party here this Saturday at Houligans at 3 p.m. We play Texas Southern at 3 p.m. on this Saturday out in 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That game will be shown on the SWAC Digital Network. We will carry it live here at Houligans upstairs. So come out and join us around 2:45 here at Houligans. They will have drink specials and things of that nature for us. So that's 2:45 here at Houligans here on ISB. We hope that you will make it out and join us out here for this festive event. So yeah, that's where we're going. So at this time, I'd like to bring in number 44 for our Wildcats, Mr. AJ Hall. AJ, how are you this evening, sir? Doing good, AJ. Doing good, man. Great year you've had this year. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the show. What has been your motivation this year? I think we might have lost. You still there, AJ?
You lost.
Yeah, I did too. AJ, do we have you on? I think we might have.
You're muted, did you?
No. He's we'll try to get him back on here. There we go. Hey AJ, sorry about that. We lost you. Welcome to the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Yes, sir. What has been your motivation this year?
Really, same thing that keep me motivated every day. Really just playing for my family and my little siblings, knowing that I'm the oldest out of three of my mom's kids. Just really just setting an example and being a big brother and a role model to them every day. That's really my main reason of why I play the game and reason that keep me going every day.
True to that, brother. True that. So you're the oldest of three. Do you have any you have any other brothers playing football anywhere, or
I got a young brother. He plays little league football. So that's the biggest thing. I know that he's looking after me. He's watching my every step. So really just like playing a game that I love and just trying to make an example for him and just get him the tools, get him the knowledge of him being younger than me, to what they expect with the game that comes with the game of football. Like I said, like my biggest thing is just being a big brother and a big role model for my little siblings, especially my little brother that plays football too.
Gotcha. And so, what about you had a middle brother play somewhere?
Now I'm the oldest, so it's me, my little brother, and my little sister.
Okay.
One of my closest friends, like he's like a brother to me that I look up to with playing football. He actually he graduated from Florida State, and he was recently with the New York Giants.
There you go.
Corbin. So that's also like a brother to me. We ain't blood, but you know how it goes.
Definitely so. AJ, take us through a normal game day for you, your preparations and things of that nature, so the fans know what the preparation that you go through on a daily basis, because we know on a Saturday, we know how you go out there and you terrorize offenses out on the field. So take us through normal prep through from start of the day to the end on a Saturday.
Yeah, so obviously a normal day for me on a Saturday, and especially like obviously the team, we stay in a hotel, so wake up Saturday morning. Obviously I drop to my knees, I pray, and then after that I'll do like a quick like 20-25 push-ups just to warm my body up, and I'll go into getting my electrolytes. Like I either drink a body armor or liquid IV or Pedialyte. Sometimes I have both, but I usually do that just to keep in store and make sure I got the electrolytes to get started for the day. And really just, I turn like, obviously, we go into preparation with meetings and stuff throughout. You have meetings, you have team breakfast. Obviously, you got to go through all that type of stuff. But getting on before we get on the bus, obviously, like with me being one of the leaders on the defense, one of the captains on the team, before we head out to the stadium, we always pray before we head out to the stadium. So I say a prayer, or we just say something in those lines just to make sure we have safe travel, and just to watch over everybody as we head to go to the field, go to the stadium. And when we get to the stadium, I get in there, I get taped, and I put on my warm up stuff, and obviously I have my headphones. I either have like some water or like just keeping some fluids in my hand as I go on the field. As soon as I get on the field, I always walk around the field just listening to my music. As soon as I get on the field, I just take a warm up lap, but I'll walk it. And after that, I just really go into just doing like dynamic stretch, like getting my mobility right. I'll do some balance things. I stretch out my hips, just get everything loose. And then sometimes with my defensive line coach, I'll do some hand fighting things, different D-line drills, just to get me warmed up. And then right before I go back in the locker room, I'll take another lap the other way around the field. Then I'll go back to the locker room, and that's when I start preparing and put on all my pads and everything like that. And it's really just how that laser focus just really lock into what I'm doing. I don't have my headphones on after I come in the locker room. Like
it's time to go to war then. It's time to put on the armor and go to war.
Yes, sir, most definitely. So that's typically, and then obviously, after that, everything else I'm doing now is with the team and just getting ready for kickoff. So that's my typical routine every Saturday. I usually try to stay the course. I don't really try to switch things up, but like just mainly getting the body ready to go on Saturdays. Another thing, I'm big on being hydrated because I don't like cramping and stuff like that.
There you go.
If I have any injuries, it's not because I'm cramping.
Right.
I'm always hydrated.
So let me ask you this, is there something special that you like to eat before a game or the day before, like a Friday or what have you? Is there's something that
So typical, so me, so like obviously, in the morning time, like with the team, they give us fruit, I kind of like eating pineapples, and it's crazy because I'm kind of big on bacon. Like for some reason I gotta have bacon like before the game.
Nothing wrong with that.
That just make you normal.
Yeah, I gotta have bacon and pineapple before the game. Like that's just something I gotta have. But other than that, like I don't really try to eat heavy before the game because obviously I don't like having a heavy stomach. So me, it really just be bacon and pineapples. And I'm kind of picky, so like it's crazy because I don't really like eating like eggs and stuff unless it's like home cooked. Home cooked eggs and grits. Like I can't eat nowhere else unless it's home cooked.
Understood, my man. Understood. So AJ, being a leader on the defense, that's a huge job. For these next two games, what's your mindset? What are you teaching to the younger guys there in the locker room?
So obviously I came to Cookman in 2022, and obviously I didn't play my first year here because I had got injured as soon as I got here.
Right.
So last year my role was obviously I was that type of person to lead by example. I wasn't really vocal yet. I didn't really have the words behind it. I just knew how to go out there and do my thing and tell everybody else to follow me. Wish that was okay with. But now me being an older guy in the room, me being here like. Me almost kind of all like this is me and a couple other guys that was here with the old coaching staff and everything like that. But me being the vet here, now I took on that role this year to just be a vocal leader and still lead by example, but really just making sure everybody on the same page and make sure everybody following the guidelines that I live by in the daily life for a student athlete. Obviously, I know our record and stuff ain't how we imagine it to be, but like my main thing for these last two games is just to really have fun and finish. Like, cause I live by something like you'll never know when it's your last time,
Definitely.
last time playing football or your last snap. And another thing I live by, like, do it for like I live by like do it for the seniors, because we coming up on our last two games. Those seniors, it may be they last time.
Yeah, ever putting pads on.
Ever playing football again.
Definitely.
So I don't like having. Like people know I don't never have no bag. I'm always smiling. I'm always that type of leader. Like if you need something, like I got you. Like I'm always talking. Like I know everybody on the team, everybody comfortable to talk to me. And that's another thing with being a leader. Like you gotta have respect when being a leader. If somebody don't respect you, it's gonna be hard for you to be a leader because they not gonna listen. They not gonna follow what you abide by, what you live by. So these next two games, really just going out there, just having fun. Like have fun. Like this football should be fun. Obviously, we know winning is fun. Winning is better. But you gotta have fun with this game of football because
definitely
everybody not blessed to wake up and go out there to have practice, go out there to play a game. Like it's a lot of people that wish they could still do things that us college athletes do. So really just going to have fun and just going out there and play the game. Go out there and do what you coach to do, do what your process during the summer was about it for you to do. So really just last game, really just have fun and just give it your all and just really just play together. You play together, and just like the game the last game we won, like I felt like we actually put together a complete game, like both sides of the ball. Like it was fun.
We love to hear that, man. We love to hear that. AJ, there are tons of Wildcat fans listening throughout the nation. If you had some words to say to your Wildcat base, what would those words be?
I'm gonna just let y'all know, like me coming from a person like me, like number 44. Like obviously, I know like I still got another year to play football. I just want y'all to know, like I'm a Wildcat through and throughout. Like I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be here until the wheels fall out. Like I'm a Wildcat. They always say once you're a Wildcat till you die. So as long as I'm here, I'm gonna be everything I got. That's every day. And we're gonna bring more people in that's ready to be a Wildcat. How I feel like a Wildcat's supposed to be. We good in this process. Like I appreciate all the fans that still on the show, still listening in, still coming. You know what I'm saying? It's good to hear the good and bad coming because you need to hear what other people think. Because maybe sometimes you need to hear things. You need to hear another voice because we know we want to figure this thing out. And I just want y'all to know like that process. I'm still trusting that process because like some people last year, some people left. I could have easily left, and that just ain't been on my mind. Like I told Coach Woody when he first got here, that I'm a Wildcat, and I didn't transfer here not to be that. I'm not that type of I'm not that program hopper, and I'm gonna be here next year. I'm gonna give my all, and as long as God still bless me every day to wake up and do the thing I love, I'm giving 110% always. That's just how my mama raised me.
Amen, man. Amen. Right on, AJ. Ralph, you got anything for AJ?
AJ, I tell you, I could probably sit here and listen to you to the remainder of the night. I just like your mindset. I just like the way you go after things. I like the way you set your whole day up. And I am so glad you're a Wildcat, and good luck this Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Hail Wildcat.
Hail Wildcats.
Larry?
Yeah, AJ, I saw you in high school down there with Rock Ledge, man. I was so thrilled when you transferred to Bethune-Cookman. You represent your community of Rock Ledge, and you certainly represent us. I'm always watching number 44 because I know you're gonna flash.
He is active.
You're gonna flash. There's no doubt about it. Whenever you get a shot to put a helmet on a running back, you can tell when number 44 is hitting him.
Yes,
There's no
indeed.
doubt about it. I wish we had 10, 12 more like you, man.
Yeah,
Keep
definitely.
doing your thing and keep being the leader that you're becoming. And you are a Wildcat through and through. We look forward to having you as for another year at least. And I'm right now, I want to go on record. I think you ought to be the captain next year. Okay?
I think so.
No
too.
doubt about
We're
that.
going to push for that.
That's right.
He's already the captain.
That's right.
Well, AJ, man, we
Yes,
thank
sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all so much.
Yes, sir. We thank you,
Thank you.
man. Good luck this weekend. Hopefully see you up in Houston. Have a safe trip up there. Let's go ball out and Hail Wildcats.
Hail Wildcats.
Yes, sir. Always Hail Wildcat.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, man.
Yes, sir. You as well.
Thank you.
Good guy.
Very
Truly
good guy.
good guy.
Very good guy.
Like Larry, like you said, Larry, we had just 20 more. Just
Oh, man. It
You,
would
you
be-
can see he's a well-raised kid.
Oh,
man.
very
He's a
much so.
representative of his community, his family. Man, that's what Bethune-Cookman's about.
It is. It truly is, Larry. It truly is. 386-287-1226. 386-287-1226. We know we haven't scared anybody off from calling in. 386-287-1226. And as AJ said, man, they're working it out. They're working it out. It hadn't been all what we wanted this season, but it's not how you start, it's you
How
finish.
you finish it.
Yeah. And they are leaving us a lot of promise. There are. We know some things that we have to fix, as we have talked about. And if we can get those things fixed and you put it all together, that's how you win games. That same team that we beat here in Daytona is winning 17-3 right now against Alabama
And
A&M.
pushing Alabama A&M all
On the road.
On
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah. On the road. On a Thursday night. It's always so hard to play on a Thursday night because you got a short week in preparation and all that. But hey,
The G-men have come to play tonight.
they have definitely come to play tonight. 386-287-1226. 386-287-1226. Big shout out to Miss Emma Price, Coach Emma Price, as we call her.
Yes, sir.
And huge shout out to Miss Ruthie Williams. Hopefully, Miss Ruthie is recuperating well. I know she had a little sickness this past week, so hopefully that she is on the mend. Shout out to Miss Virginia Bell. Shout out to Candy Jackson on her recuperation from surgery. Just, everybody's getting it in before the holidays. So shout out. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Caller, you're on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen. How you all doing tonight?
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
I'm doing fine. That game Saturday, I was praying for our Cats, but it was a game like, oh boy, you were like holding your heart.
It was rough. And I've never had heart problems. But until Saturday.
Stick with us.
God gave the Cats the chance to win the game. They had opportunity after opportunity. I could not believe it, but sometimes it is what it is. But I'm hoping that was another outlet for the team, that we got a good team. I hope our coaches, if they get that act together, man, we should beat anybody in a SWAC.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, just in how in the last few weeks our defense is truly locked in to, we send the we, we send the defensive coordinator upstairs, and we have seen the difference that has made. You'd almost think that on the other side of the ball, that would kind of it would kind of dawn on somebody to maybe this will work too. But hey,
Holler, please.
I tell you, you didn't have to go to NASA to figure that out.
I guess. But, this is a good friend, Vernon Jackson. But I'm just praying, I look at, we got 2 games left. And, November 23rd, that's my birthday. That's the last time we beat the Rattlers on my birthday in 2019.
Okay.
If the Wildcats do nothing else, please beat those Rattlers on my birthday.
If we can get both sides of the ball to play like they played against Grambling, we'll win out the rest of the season. We will win out the rest of the season, but it's
y'all go to the practice and talk to the team. Daryl, you, Ralph,
yeah, but there is one guy who don't want to listen to nobody, and it shows on Saturdays.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, I had to walk off from that person on Saturday after the game.
It's a little bit more difficult, Vernon, than you think, buddy.
Yeah, it's quite a bit more difficult than you think.
So we'll keep praying and hope for the best, and like I say, continue doing the great job you're doing in the Hail Wildcats.
Thank you, Hail Wildcats, Vern. Thanks a lot, man. And I want to let you know that we talked to your classmate. He's doing well, and he's going to try to make it to the show next week. We kind of gave him a pass after we had a talk with him, so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, he'll be here next Thursday night.
Let me bring his ID.
All right, take it easy, Jim.
All right, have a good night, Vern. Thanks a lot, man. 386-287-1226. Don't cry, Ralph. I know you're missing it, man.
Of course I am.
You're missing also points that we should be scored too.
Oh boy, I tell you.
Guys, it's always good to have fun, but as Larry said from the onset of the show, is just as we heard AJ speaking, those guys love the game. No matter what happens, they're not giving up. They're not quitting. But as a human being, you just have to feel for them that, hey, just with a little tweaking of some stuff, it could be a whole different season.
Oh, no doubt.
But
the refreshing thing is just listening to AJ talk.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
It's somewhat reassure you.
It goes to that. We talked the other week about the team coming together and things of that nature, and I had heard that the upperclassmen guys have it together, and so just hearing from him, hey, we're still going to bring guys in. We're going to help these younger guys, understand what it is. I came here to be a Wildcat, and that's what I'm going to be. That's exactly what I'm going to be. So, it's as you said, it's very refreshing to hear that. And that young man not only talks about it, we see what he does game after game, and
But again, you talked about the upperclassmen having it together. Part of leadership. I'm talking about not just from the head coaching perspective, but I'm talking about from the athletic director. You set the tone.
Yes.
And you need to talk with young people about, do you know where you are? Do you know why you're here?
Right.
Do you know what you represent?
Right.
Right. This generation doesn't come with a sense of the history that we used to get years ago. So it's our responsibility to try and instill some of that into them and tell them about it. But we just it's lacking right now.
you know, it's refreshing to even see, like, you know, as I said earlier, you know, there was a group of us. We didn't take a bus to Baton Rouge, but we still went. And you know, you look at the persons who were in that vehicle going to Baton Rouge, and you know, it come hell or high water, they're there to support the guys. I kid you not. So, you know, heading to the stadium, we had heard that, man, Southern's locker room, or our team's locker room's a long way away from the field. And I found that out. You know, as myself and Daryl and Teal were walking to the locker room. So I broke it off and I went to our van, and, you know, let me open the van for the ladies so they can get in, and, you know, while we're in the locker room. So I go around and I find two of the ladies there, but Miss Emma and Miss Ruthie are missing.
Out of all the two people,
Miss Emma and Miss Ruthie are missing. And why are they missing? Because they're trying to find the locker room to go find the football players so they can show their face and tell them and hug on them and still tell them they're there. After a hard fought loss, 5 overtimes, and not just that, and I'll go back to that story. Not just that. So we get to the stadium. We enter in the stadium, and this highly sophisticated ticket scanning system that Southern doesn't have. Right. They're giving us problems with the tickets. So, you know, we're looking around, it's like, it's pretty empty in here. So, you see the tickets right here on the phone. So, you know, just let us in. So finally they let them in.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. So finally they let them in, and you know, we walk around inside the stadium, and you know, you see that it's not well attended. And so what do those ladies do? There's blue seats right behind our bench up in the stands. And so those ladies in front of these Southern fans go sit in those blue seats. You know, Miss Emma leading the charge, right?
Coach Emma.
So we're just, you know, I'm laughing. I go down on the field, I'm laughing, and they sit there the whole first half, right? So come halftime, these true Wildcat fans now move to the 50-yard line in the blue seats in front of all these Southern fans with all this maroon and gold on. But I say all that to say their determination to cheer on those guys is unmeasurable. Unmeasurable. You know, usually in hostile situations you don't get that, but it's that support, and it's players like AJ Hall and a lot of other guys who, that's what make them go. That's what make them go. And you know, Miss Emma, we ain't finna leave that stadium till she get a hug from every player, and she even talks some noise during the games.
Oh, no, she can do that.
Of course not. Not Miss Emma.
Who, Ralph? I can't say on air what she said, but the people who travel with us know Miss Emma. So a particular player, I'll just put it like this. I'll say it real quick. Particular player went down. He was cramping, and the Southern fans start saying something, and Miss Emma, you know.
Yes, I do.
Pretty much told them she'd clear the whole stadium out, and I'll just leave it right there.
I know she did. Unequivocally.
But yeah, that's what it's about. And you know, I just say all that to say, continue to support our guys. They're fighting. When everybody said, "Oh, Cookman won't win a game," they got 2 under their belt. Was very close to having their third on this past Saturday. It wasn't to be so, but did our kids give up fighting? No, they did not. They kept on fighting. Even what they face, and even what we sat here and talked about tonight with the lack of what they're not getting in a lot of aspects to be able to put ourselves in a position to win, they still continue to fight. You know, they're wearing the maroon and gold. and we got to continue to support it, continue to cheer these guys on. They're working to get it right. They're working to get it right. So 386-287-1226, 386-287-1226. And on the flip side of that, I will concur with Larry and Ralph. Coaches, if those kids are fighting to do what they need to do to represent Bethune-Cookman, you got to do the same. If you're being haughty or if you're being stubborn, that has to be removed. We're all in this together. We're a team. We don't drive 20 hours there and back to watch a football game and everybody not work together. That's just, nah. We gotta do better than that.
Absolutely.
We gotta do better than that. Like we've all said, they deserve better. Everybody, we're all a part of this team. One doesn't move without the other. So that's what it comes down to.
Pretty much. I mean, you would think a kid like AJ, I mean, we've had not two good seasons. And if you listen to him, you would think we were 9-0.
Definitely.
I mean, if you just listen to what he's saying, I mean, because he got me fired up.
Right.
I wanted some bacon and pineapple.
He's that dude, Ralph. He really
He is. He definitely is.
So,
that guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just makes you feel good.
It does.
Especially if you're a Wildcat, just to know that these kids have no quit.
They do not.
They have no quit. So now what we need to do is get our coaches where they're concentrating on getting these kids in the right position to excel.
And the young guys have, as we alluded to some weeks ago, let the young guys go at it, and they have. They've come out and, they're learning. I won't even say they're not learning the game of football because they knew it, but they are pressing forward to, the future is bright. The future is bright. We're looking forward to hopefully retaining all of the guys that we can retain.
I sure hope so.
But that's going to also be a duty of ours as fans, and while we talked about the NIL and things of that nature earlier, that becomes a part of it. It all works hand in hand together. All works hand in hand
Pretty
together.
much.
Yeah. Caller, you're on the Hail Wildcats Gridiron Show. Welcome.
Good evening to you three. This is Chuck Hunt calling from Monroe, Louisiana.
Hey, Chuck, how's it going?
Great show.
Thank you, sir.
Doing just fine. Yeah, and that's something you all hit everything, NIL and everything else. That's something that you said. I didn't go to school at Graham. My folks went to school there, but I'm up here watching the game right now.
I can imagine.
Graham is leading. But going into about to go into halftime. But speaking of, there was a connection with Bethune-Cookman guy. My father played in the band at Grambling. Guy who's your band director down there. They were in the band together at Grambling. Harold Bray.
Yes,
the band,
yes.
That played the Super Bowl one. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet Mr. Bray when he was living. My father introduced me to him, and he built a great program down in Donovan Wells. Is keeping it going down.
Yes,
I see Pedro. Is Pedro Ori still down there?
Yes, sir. He is.
Yeah, he's out of Mississippi Valley. Yeah, he played under the legendary band director Russell Boone.
Yeah, he's some kind of percussionist. Super percussionist.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Oh yes. Yeah, and my reason for calling, hey, great effort. But I know you wish him to be in the W column. But I was looking at that when I started looking at the score and looking at 5 overtimes. I thought about when Grambling played Prairie View. They put the 5 overtimes in Dallas in the State Fair Classic.
Remember that game?
When Prairie View beat Grambling. Yes.
Right. I remember that game, Chuck. I do.
Oh yeah.
Very exciting game.
Oh yeah. It was. Oh yes, it was. It was very exciting game, and I thought about Prairie View. That's something how they that 5 overtime game, how they beat. I was looking at how they beat your rival school on Saturday. I got a chance to watch some of that game, and I was looking at the physicality. They brought physicality into that game, and that running back. Everybody's talking about that running back. It looked like Earl Campbell, Bo Jackson, and Herschel Walker wrapped up in one. He ran slap over that defender, and I said that's old school football right there. And like kind of like Earl Campbell running over Isaiah Robertson from Southern when the Oilers and Rams played.
One of Southern's great linebackers. Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah, Butch. Yeah, from Covington, Louisiana. Yes.
And we got another historian on the line.
We got two.
Oh yes, I love that great history. Yeah, and but Bethune-Cookman has all that history, and like I said, I had to throw Dr. Bray out there, and I look at Coach Woody has promise there, just like what I look at what Mickey just got hit right, but what Mickey Joseph is doing with Grambling and what Terrence Graves is doing with Southern.
Yes.
Terrence Graves said the same thing. You all been talking about NIL and the transfer portal. The young man that was on earlier that you all interviewed, that was a great interview. And look, you don't find many players that speak like that.
No, at all.
Yeah, and Terrence Graves talked about he and Mickey Joseph alike. They said they want to go and recruit the high schools. They said they said get some out of the portal, but they said they're not going to live in the portal. Those two guys have been saying that. Yes.
Definitely so. You can't live in there. You can, pluck some out because it's not for everybody. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Mike Norville finding that out at Florida State that it's not working.
Big time.
Yes.
Big time. So
it's kind of like let me tell you that I don't want to keep you on. I know you probably have some other things to get to, but the thing about Washington back when Dan Snyder on that team, they had those guys like Dion and all the guys. They were building up this team. Thought it was going to be a super team, and it turned out they didn't even make the playoffs of that 2000 season. And you know who won the championship? The Baltimore Ravens won their first championship. And I thought about what Shannon Sharp said. He said one thing about it: you can't buy success.
No, you can't. You cannot buy it. Yeah, you can't buy it. Either you grow the talent, or it comes, but you can't buy it. Yeah.
No, you can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep you all along, but it was a great show. And the guy come up, Perry White. I told him all about you, Daryl. If you ever want to, hey, he's the host of Jaguar Journal, and I want you all to become acquainted because whatever team they're playing, he's gonna have the guests on. Like if they play Jackson State, gonna have Rob J on. I know Rob as well, long-time media legendary personality, and Daryl. It'd be great if you all become acquainted. He gets you on Jaguar Journal. You all can tell he always gets some representatives of the various schools, like Charles Edmond at Alcorn. I know Charles quite well. Tall, he's 7 feet tall. He's been there a long time. He's a Grambling alumnus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will. We will definitely tie in with him. We will definitely do that and tie in with him. So.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Hey, Chuck, we thank you for calling, man. We appreciate it, and it's always good to talk to you. And Hail Wildcats, man.
Good job.
Hail Wildcats.
Yeah, I'll say it this time. I'll go ahead and say it this time. Hail Wildcats, you all playing the rival schools. y'all put forth a great effort. What happened? It was a lot of. I was getting tired. What happened? It was a lot of on this other side. It was like a scrambled sound. That's why it happens hard to hear. I wasn't ignoring. I wasn't trying to overtalk you all.
Oh no. We understand, Chuck. We're good on this end, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for the Hail Wildcat. And we look forward to talking to you next week, man.
All right. You all take care and have a great weekend.
You also.
Okay.
All right. Chuck. God bless.
Okay.
386-287-1226. 386-287-1226. We might be able to get one more in. Ralph, you donate your $1,000.
Willie, we have to talk offline, my friend, about the $1,000. We'll talk offline. We don't want to make it public, Willie.
Oh boy. 386-287-1226. 386-287-1226. As I said earlier, we will be convening here at Houligans upstairs at 2:45 on this Saturday to have a Hail Wildcats Gridiron Club watch party for the Texas Southern versus our Wildcats football game. Come on out, join us here at Houligans. Great atmosphere for football while you're here. You only have to watch the Bethune-Cookman game. There's all kind of games on here. Hey, Larry? Let me ask you this. I'm going to ask Larry and Ralph. Larry, what's good to eat here, man?
Oh, the shrimp are incredible. I can tell you that. Man, they do a great job with their fried shrimp.
There you go.
Good quantity of them as well.
And Ralph, what about you?
I like the wings and the club sandwich.
All right. What kind of wings? What flavor?
I like the garlic wing.
Garlic? You like buffalo on your shrimp, Larry?
I just get mine plain, and I'm old fashioned. I bring my Whippy's mixture of hot sauce and ketchup from home.
Hey, Ralph, what my boy busted out that them chips tonight.
That man brought his own chips.
I don't want French fries. I want chips. And I brought my Whippy's hot sauce and ketchup.
Was that a grilled cheese sandwich that you had too?
No, that was just toast.
Oh,
I wanted some toast.
Toast and potato.
Boy, look at here, these tailgate guys. I tell you, man, if you want to have a good time, hang out with us. I'm telling you, you never want to. So, Ms. Sturdivant said the buffalo chicken salad, I guess, is good also. So come on out this Saturday, 2:45 here at Houligans. We're going to be streaming the Bethune-Cookman versus Texas Southern football game here upstairs. You can even take the elevator if you can't make it up the steps like us old guys.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll be here. Come out, join us, watch it here with us. As I said, there'll be drink specials and all kind of food that you can dine on. So
I tell you what, though, I wish a lot of fans come out, because after listening to AJ, I think the Wildcats going to get their third victory on Saturday.
I do too.
It seems like the team is all in. They bought in. I think we're going to have a good game, and I actually think we're going to come out as winners.
I can honestly say, from being down on the sideline and just hearing the camaraderie of the team, it's like none other. I mean, that's not the team that just weeks ago, a month ago, that everyone had depicted. That's not those guys.
Right.
That's not those guys. It's, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of pumping guys up, a lot of emotions, and taking the losses, not taking it well at the end of the game. There was a thing this weekend to where, of course, we know Georgia lost, right, against Ole Miss. And Kirby had some not so.
Oh, he did. He sure did.
Good choice of words for his players. I mean, in a game like that, when you lose in 5 overtimes, anytime you lose a game, there are some players who don't want to leave the field because, you're looking at it like, man, they got away with one. They walked out with one. They're lucky, and I left everything on the field. And that's just our guys. But as Ralph said, I guarantee you, on this Saturday they'll be tuned up, ready to go play.
Yeah. Do you think we can get our guys to our coaching staff to watch this game? People running crossing routes,
That's all it is. I think that's the actual play that you actually needed, on that last play of the game. I have no idea. And everybody does it great against us. It's just, and it's not a hard play to run.
No. And it seems to be opening the swag.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not hard.
There's a whole lot of things open in the swag
Yeah.
that we haven't been able to take advantage of. But Saturday, I'm looking up for us to come victorious. We're going to win Saturday. I'm making this call.
I love it, Ralph.
Okay.
I got you on recorded here. I'm gonna bring it.
I
play it
know
back
you
for
will. I
I'm
know
gonna play
you
it back
will.
for you next week. Okay.
I know you will.
I'm hoping you're right.
Boy, when that Smith name come across my phone on Saturday.
Boy, look here. Duck. Okay. Chuck and duck.
Ralph, closing words.
Okay, so we're going to be here on Saturday. Come and join us and just cheer the Wildcats on to their third victory of the year. And then let's set our boys up for the big classic.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
So come on out. Let's support the kids and let's cheer them on to victory.
Larry, before you give us our closing words, you got a word from Miss Lodge. Don't do that, Professor. Go ahead, give us your closing words. Mama Lodge has spoken.
Mama Lodge.
Come on out and have some of these nice shrimp on Saturday. I think you'll enjoy yourself.
But you won't see Larry.
No, I'm coming, but I'm gonna get mine to go. Because I'm not gonna sit here in public and watch what I saw last week from the coordinator, from offensive coordinator. I'm not doing that.
Understood, Larry.
All right.
Understood.
But Hail Wildcat, let's go get one. I'm with you on that.
Let's get it.
For Mr. Ralph Smith, Mr. Larry Wesley, Mr. CC Cruse, for Mr. Jerry Bell, I'm Darold Williams saying, Hail Wildcats, let's go Wildcats. Let's knock those guys off in Texas on this weekend. Come see us 2:45 here at Houligans on this Saturday, where we will be having a watch party to cheer on our Wildcats. Thank you. Have a good night. God bless, and Hail
Wildcats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bethune-Cookman University alma mater.